Heyo and welcome back to the Planet Plipcam channel. Today we're exploring The Simpsons. The Simpsons mini park is a contest entry for a contest that I've never even heard of, but it's created by Zombie JEZU5 and it's available on the Xbox Frontier Workshop. It's actually a blueprint which is really impressive for the quality of this build, and here they say, "This is my mini park entry called The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. Homer has set up a theme park in his backyard and turned his house into a spook house walkthrough with help from the town." And you can see already that this really does resemble the Simpsons way of life. You can see that, I'm not sure if it's a one-to-one resemblance of their house, but let me know in the comments down below what you think about this recreation, which it seems to be. I'm not the biggest super fan of The Simpsons. I've seen a couple of episodes and really enjoyed them, but I wouldn't be able to tell you every single thing about The Simpsons. So you can see these brilliant rooms. What I can certainly comment on is the quality of this build, certainly for this kind of cartoon style. That microwave really impresses me, and all these animatronics. It's going to be really heavy on the counter, these pieces, but really impressive so far. I love all the kind of pastel-y colours of the Simpsons house and how you use the archways so you can walk through this maze. I would say that this blueprint does need amending in terms of how easy it is to set up the paths. It would be really nice if there were some arrows to show you where to put the pathing, because it was really difficult to get that sorted. But I placed a few down just to get people on the ride, certainly in the thumbnail that I've done there. But you can see, walking around this, you really need a smaller path, so maybe just widen these areas. But here's the other door to the place where you don't enter. This is like the spook house entrance, where you can enter the area both ways. You've got a barrier here, and I thought, why not just go behind where you're meant to go as the guests and have a look up here. And it's actually quite cool. You've got all of the bedrooms and rooms upstairs with the doors, and it's not too much detail in there, but it doesn't need to be. When you're doing this so well into a blueprint size, you really don't need to be theming that much upstairs there. So there you can see that amazing custom sign. That must have taken ages to do that. The Treehouse of Horror, and all the animatronics setting you off. It will really scare me, I think, in the dark. We will have a look through at night time later. But one thing I would like to point out, I'll just show you this plaza area. And whilst we show you that, I'll talk about Rigel 7 or Rigel or Rigel 7. It's a reference in the Simpsons movies, and that's really what's referenced in this park and this area. So it's the planet of the home of the Rigelian species, including Kang and Kodos. They speak Rigelian, which by sheer coincidence is identical to the English language. So I've researched this on Simpsons wiki, and it says the planet is a parody of one of the same name from Star Trek, and there's also a planet in the Star Wars galaxy with the same name. So I hope you enjoy that little bit of information. You learn something new every day. I never knew about that, and it's referenced lots of ways in this park and certainly on the ride. But you can definitely see that the basic shape work is really outstanding. I really like these little games, midway games, and the ones you can bet on or whatever there. The scare tester, and then you've got a little bar. I do like how you've got it integrating into the actual shop, so a guest could actually use it. And then across the way we've got some more bigger midway games. You've got Hook a Skull to win a prize, $5 per something or other. That font is always so difficult to read. But we've got the pumpkin smashers as well. They're like the coconut shy. That's really cool. You've got the attendants who are manning these stations, and then it's quite a narrow street. You can see I didn't really understand how to sink all these things into the ground, and maybe you do need at the front of your blueprint one of these sink to here, no further than here, that we've seen on many other blueprints on the channel. But in this room it looks like a souvenir kind of room. We've got mournful mats. I'm not going to attempt to read all of these because the font is really difficult to read, but that's Planet Coaster's fault, not yours. Half-eaten dogs. I don't think I want one of those, and rip-off merch. And to the right-hand side, we have a Scare-tastic mugshots, and they accept limbs and blood as payment. So that's a really nice and quirky reference there, I'm sure. As I say, I'm going through this kind of blind. I'm not a huge fan of The Simpsons. I enjoy them, but I don't know too much about it. So we've got Abduction, the ride. I'm sure this is what you've been waiting for. This is the roller coaster in this park. But first, we're just going to have a look at this scenery around the queue line. I'm really impressed by this world. I was going to make a world in Zomplip Studios, but they're so difficult to do, especially getting all the countries and everything and continents in the right places. Some amazing, more basic shape work, and you head into this barn, which says it's an innocent looking barn. Doesn't look too innocent to me, especially when you read these signs. So it's prepare to be abducted humans by, I've still no idea how to pronounce it, Rigel 7 or Rigel 7. So that must be some kind of parallel universe in The Simpsons. I'm sure you can let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure there's one super fan that can support me, who's a supporter of the Planet Plipcam channel. So you can see here the results. They're pretty good, but since we're heading up the lift hill, you know what that means. It's subscribe time. If you're not already, I really appreciate you subscribing to the Planet Plipcam channel for more Planet Coaster and hopefully Planet Zoo videos as well. I really do appreciate it, and thank you to everyone who is already subscribed. I'm so grateful for all of you. But you can see, as I was saying, the max vertical G-force is quite high at 5.67 Gs, but as we hit the top of the lift hill, we're going to go and enjoy this coaster. I was wondering what that was at the top of the lift hill, but we will have a look a little bit later and you'll see what kind of theming that is. So we're going to drop down here. I am going to talk through here and what I like. I would say that the supports of this coaster really do need making custom supports, maybe for this mini park, because as I was placing the paths around, it was stopping me, and then it was taking away the supports for the coaster. So this has obviously been built when the actual person was having the paths already laid down, so that just needs amending if you're going to go back and do some quality of life updates. There are some custom supports there that you can see, and you do head into quite an abrupt ending. I would say that it needs a brake run, but with these Barguest coasters, they do have smaller brake runs. I think they're usually on the flat and then they turn around into the station. But yeah, it definitely need to slow down a little bit. But you see this laboratory or kind of spook house just here. Amazing basic shape work just to the left there. Fail test, that's the, you can see what's obviously going to happen if you fail in this test. And you've got the entrance for this bit. The super secret laboratory, which has loads of arrows, so obviously not too super secret, but you can see this. I think this is called the Psycholoride. This is a horrible thing. I'd never ride on this. I've seen loads of pictures and videos that I think they're on travelling fairs quite frequently, but no, I don't think I'd ever go on it, and we will ride it just to give you the experience if you never have done. But just look at the roof, that's really well done with the beams and planks spurting out everywhere like it's broken. That's a really nice touch, and whilst the coaster, I think quite a few of the elements are big, and they're a bit too big, I think, and also some of them may never be used on a Barguest kind of coaster. We're just going to have a ride on this flat ride just here. I hope you're enjoying this video. Make sure to smash that like button if you're enjoying it. I really appreciate that. So there is the Psycholoride. I didn't manage to get guests in here just because of the pathing situation, but you can see breaking through that wall just there. That's really skilled work to get that working just there, and it's really immersive in that area. And you can see it's blocked off using all of the space of this mini park competition. It certainly wasn't the Discord one that we held on our Discord. I'll leave the link down to that in the description if you want to join in frequent Planet Coaster console contests and test your skills in a wonderful community of helpful and friendly people. So you've got this basic shape work at the top here. That's a really nice kind of spaceship, and you can see that view dropping down. I think it's coloured to the Homer Simpson kind of colours just around here and into that first inversion. Quite a scary ride, very tall. And one thing I must say is that I feel that this coaster could be integrated a little bit more in the other areas of the park. I feel that it's kind of crammed in all the way just above the actual structures until it heads into this spooky area where the flat ride is. I like that integration, but you do have some clipping issues and everywhere, so it's really difficult with these mini parks. But I think you've done a good job with the theme. It's really consistent, and I like the bright colours that you've done, and it carries over into the night time as well, which is really impressive to see. And you can see all of the different animatronics, and those spooky pumpkin lights work really well. And as we head into the Halloween time, I'm really glad to have showcased this, and I really thank you for watching. It's really appreciated for you to tuning into all these videos. I do hope that you have enjoyed this one. Make sure to leave it a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the Planet Plipcam channel for more videos just like this, and I will see you in the next one.